Same principle. Let's look at now the phone number. Phone number, we can store it as a constant. Now, there's a small issue here. Since all of these are numbers, actually we can store this as a numeric. But in this case, I am using it as an alphanumeric with the double quotes. Why? Because if you store this as numeric, you will lose the leading zero. And after that, whenever you refer to this constant, the constant will be 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 only. The zero will be lost because numbers, the leading zeros don't matter. So it will automatically drop that. So, but I want the number, since this is not a numeric and it's a phone number, right? We are not going to do addition or subtraction or multiplication. So that is why I have the option to keep this either as a numeric or a alphanumeric. But I prefer to keep it as alphanumeric because then zero will not be lost. The other reason is, anyway, I'm not going to do any addition or multiplication or subtraction or anything like that. So I will use it as an alphanumeric constant. So out of these data, name, gender and phone number I'm keeping as alphanumeric. Only age I'm keeping it as numeric. Okay, so here I'm keeping it as an alphanumeric constant. Now we'll see how to keep this as an alphanumeric variable. You put it into a box and label the box. Ideal name is phone number. Now here we have phone number with a space, but a variable name cannot have a space in between. So I can't use this exact thing as the variable name. So I will remove the space and put phone no as the name of this variable. So what is the and since it's an alphanumeric value that we are storing, this variable is called an alphanumeric variable. The value inside is a alphanumeric constant. Okay, and any reference to phone number variable will always be talking about this number 0, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so variable names are there just for reference. The actual value in the variable is the content of the variable. Okay, always remember that. So any data, so from this we can see any data can be stored as a new constant or as a variable. And depending on whether this numeric data or alphanumeric data, you will be storing it as alphanumeric or numeric constant and alphanumeric variable or numeric variable. The choice is yours. How do we decide whether data we should put it as a variable or as a constant? That we will learn in the future lessons. Okay, as we start to write programs, you will understand certain things you have to use variables, certain things you can use it as constants. It's up to you. But what I want to tell you here is the choice is yours. Any data can be kept as constant or as variable. You decide depending on the current situation. What is the situation I am in? Where am I going to use this data? What is the purpose? So based on that, do you want to keep it inside a variable or do you want to use it just as a constant? You can decide that. Okay, but exact way how you decide those we will be covering in later sessions. But for now, you just know any data can be either kept as constant or as variable. If you are keeping it as constant, I have shown you how each of these is stored as constant, and I have shown you each of these how they are stored as variable as well. Okay, right, now the above okay, you've already seen that. Now what I'm going to do is, so we already stored this first line, okay, Imran 29 that. Now let's say I want to store this set. This set also same way. If you want to store that as constant, I will just use single line and show you. See, that's how you will be storing. Alia in double quotes is a constant, alphanumeric constant. 27 is a numeric constant. Female is a alphanumeric constant. The phone number, this one, is a alphanumeric constant. So if you want to store these data as constants, this is how you would be storing. If you want the same data stored as variables, you will have to create a variable name, put the value and give it a name, some name. Put another second one and name. Okay, another one now. So this is how you will be storing them as variables, and this is how you will be storing them as constants. Okay, when you store it as variable, whenever you refer to name, you're talking about Alia. Whenever you refer to age, you're talking about 27. Whenever you refer to gender, you're talking about female. Whenever you refer to phone number, you're referring to this particular phone number. Okay, so these are just pointers or labels for these variables. The contents of the variable is what matters. What is the actual data? See, for instance, this is the earlier constant. This is the variable where we are stored. So where have we stored? We have stored it here. This is only the name of the variable. Instead of earlier we stored Imran, and we can use even Hamza. So that is why this name is called a variable, because that this box can contain any value, different values. But the word Alia will never change. The word Imran will never change. So those are constants. So this is constant. This is constant. Okay. And also remember, when you store, now earlier we had this first row of information in these variables, in this variable called name, age, gender, and phone number. Now we are storing this set. The moment you store this set, the previous set will be lost. That's what we are trying to say here. Previous content of the variables will be lost the moment you put some new values into that, because each variable can contain only one value at any given time. Okay, remember that, very important. If you put another value, the previous value is lost. Okay, all right. Now let's see how the third line is stored. If you want to store the third line as constant, same way, Hamza within double quotes, male within double quotes, this phone number within double quotes. All those are alphanumeric constant. Age 32, you just store like that, which is numeric constant. And same data, if you want to store as alphanumeric, if you want to store as variables, then you will label a name, put it just like what we saw earlier, age 32, and something like that. Okay. Now, here these are the names of the variable. These are the actual values inside the variable. Okay. And also remember, the moment we put this set of data in the name, age, gender, phone, weight, number variable, all the previous ones we stored are lost. So currently, what do we have? We have Hamza, 32, male, and this. Can we get the previous one? No, it's lost, gone. Okay, one variable can anytime store one. If you want to get Imran into this again restore that here. If you put Imran back onto this, again Hamza will be lost and this will become Imran. So that's how the variables behave. Okay, it can only keep one value. Okay, so now let's take the same table and the whole thing and see how we can store all this. If you want to store all data in variables without losing any data. Now you saw when you have a variable called name, and if you store Imran, Imran will be there. The moment you store Alia, Imran is lost. Without losing anything, how can we store all of this in variables? One of the way to do this is one of the way. Okay, there are so many different ways. I'm just only showing you one way. One way is to name your variable as maybe name 1, age 1, gender 1, phone 1, and store the first set of data and have another set of names. So these are different variables. Name 1 is one variable, name 2 is another variable. Okay, I can use to name here because same name variable you can't have twice. But name 1 is a different variable to name 2. So I can store my second set of numbers in this variable and third set. So basically I have 3 here, 3 here, 3. So altogether I have 12 variables to store all these records in here. But this method is not a very convenient method, we will see. This method is not practical if the number of rows increase. So let's say we have not only 3 rows but 100 rows. So then imagine we'll have to create variable called name 1, name 2, name 3, name 4, name 5, name 100, up to name 100. Then age 1, age 2, age 3, age 100. Then again if it increases to 150, again we have to go on. If it goes to 1000 rows, then we have to go up to 1000. So it's very impractical way to do this. I just wanted to show you can handle like this. But as the rows increase, this is not a proper method to deal with. Okay, there are other ways to do this, and that we will see in our later lessons. Right now I can't introduce those, so don't worry about it. There are methods to handle this, and there are different methods to handle this. All of those different methods we will see in our future videos. Okay, so hope this gives you some idea about variables, and see you in the next lesson. Thank you very much.